Hello, everyone, and welcome to Overcast. Thank you for joining for the 83rd episode of Overcast. I am Frostee, and this week also joined by my friend Soulslain. What's up, dude?
Hey, what's up? Glad to be here.
Yeah, glad to have you here. It seems like you and Ova just trading off lately, One or the other of you out of town or busy.
I know, we're just so busy.
It's all good. We're glad that we can get either of you. At least it's not just me having to do my little dance for everybody. So
Yeah, I got your back.
nice. Well, let's get some formalities out of the way here, and then we'll jump right into the cool stuff for the week. Just remember, you can follow us on Twitter at Overcast Show. You can also go to our blog page, which is overcast.frozenfoxmedia.com. Frozenfoxmedia.com is where you can check out everything that's going on the network, whether it be Overwatch or any other Blizzard game or even any other gaming. We have a lot to talk about, especially since E3 just happened, a lot buzzing around. So go and see what's going on there. And you just head over to the website there and see what's going on. So if you're watching the video version of this on YouTube, I'd like to thank you for that. Remember to thumbs up the video. And also if you're listening to the audio version on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music, or anywhere else, if you love the show, let us know by leaving us a review. And whether you're watching or just listening, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any episodes of the show. So there you go. That's the formalities are done. Let's talk about what we've been up to. So Ova's out of town this week, so we already kind of knew that was going to happen. But Soul, what have you been doing?
Ton of gaming, a ton. Checking out Student Placement Season 5. I didn't get to talk about it since I wasn't here last week, so I'll talk about it this week.
Nice.
And Tomb of Sargeras is out, so rating group already working on Heroic. That's what they want to do. Skip right into that, and we already got the first boss down, so and hoping to down the second one because we got them to 10% on Tuesday, so
Nice.
it's looking like we'll down them this week and maybe try out the third boss too. It's been pretty fun, and Mistweaver's had some crazy changes. Their main raid heal, they added, it used to be spammable, but now it's a 8-second cooldown. So, it's a lot different feel. You have to use more single target heals while it's on cooldown. It's fun.
Gotcha.
I like it.
Yeah,
Yep.
the tomb is like mechanics now, right?
I know. I like it. I mean, the first one is kind of similar to Scorpion. He puts up some spikes, and one person gets targeted, and he throws this huge ball at you that breaks all the spikes down. But you have to hide behind the spikes as well to avoid damage during one of the attacks. I like that one so far, and the second one was pretty cool, where it's you build up a level of torments, and once you hit 100, you have to go into this dungeon and fight this monster.
Yep.
Until you pick up enough orbs and you can get out. It's kind of cool. So far, might be better than Nighthold, but I haven't seen all of it, so we'll see.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun
Yeah.
going through that, so it'll be cool.
I know, it's been a lot of fun so far, so I'm really excited. My rating groups are in tonight.
Nice. Well,
how
good
that
luck with
goes.
that. Get all
Yeah.
Titan Forge stuff.
Yep. Yeah, if they give me it, we'll see.
or legendaries at least. Can't
Yeah.
keep that from you.
Oh yeah, I use my rerolls, get whatever I can. And yeah, card games. I like card games. Playing Hearthstone.
Nice.
Yeah, when I'm kind of burnt out from playing Overwatch, WoW, I kind of just want to relax. I'll put some Hearthstone. I'm stuck on rank 14. I don't know what it is. My Hearthstone tracker says I'm 60% win rate, but I guess I just have to play more. I don't know.
But it's an easy thing to just kind of kick back and play that, right?
Yeah, it's yeah, you could especially if you play Elemental Mage and just a bunch of random spells. You're ooh, another one I could use Flame Strike. That seems pretty cool. Or, oh yeah, Pyroblast. I could win with that. It's just some random stuff that you get that really
Nice.
changes.
How's
You
Gwent
don't have
going
to.
for you too?
Uh, it's been pretty good. the meta is kind of like moved shifting towards one faction. So uh, I play different archetypes on that faction, but at least in the higher up. But um, top 1,000 at least on the ladder on NA. NA isn't the most populated server Europe is, but 1,000 I think is still good. 8,000 globally, so
That's
I'm
pretty
getting nothing.
sweet.
I'm getting pretty good. I know a lot about it, and I have a pretty good deck that I have going for me right now. So yeah,
Nice.
I'm enjoying it. I feel like I can actually get something done in that game because it's very consistent. You know, it's the skills that you learn, you could consistently play throughout each game and improve pretty quickly. Cool.
Nice. And it's
Yeah.
kind of like you're in on the ground floor too, so that's the cool thing about it. So
Yep.
that's
Yeah.
that's always an advantage.
hmm Yep. Definitely.
That's how I always felt with like Heroes, like being there since like the day one, of anybody outside of the company or outside of the office being able to test it. And
Yeah.
that was always really cool. And so watching the game evolve, I feel like I have kind of like that experience of even though the game is a lot different, of course, than it used to be, just having that experience and time in the game is a lot of big help. So
Yeah, that is true because since I was in it since closed beta, I kind of got a good understanding of the game. Like
nice.
some people just got in there, so yeah, I just need to put more games, and I'm not like the one deck I'm using. I'm like 6-3 or something like that, so 70% win rate. It's
Sweet.
pretty high. I'm enjoying all of them. They all have different things that you get out of them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I've been studying still,
hmm
of course.
Yeah.
It's it's a little bit better. I'm not as wiped out feeling. I'm kind of like getting back into the loop of working on it during the day, and maybe I'm taking care of myself better. I don't know what it is. My sleep is kind of normalizing again, so
hmm
that's going well. Just over a month, I guess, till I take the bar. So about a month and a
Yeah.
week from now, and it's kind of cool. It's I kind of feel like I'm getting back to like, because it's all like things I learned years and years ago now. I've taken a class since, and you kind of forget about it, and so it's
Yeah.
like it's all about refreshing your memory. But a lot of things starting to come back. There's like a tracker that shows like how well I do in different topics as I take
hmm
quizzes and stuff, and so they're all on like the upward trend, which is good. So they're all about
Yeah.
where I need to be. So that's hopefully going to go well. And then jumping into season 5 myself, like I was able to have some time that I'm getting things settled and kind of into a rhythm with that again. So late at night, I'm able to get some time into the game, and I guess that's a good way to jump into the week. We can talk about
Yeah.
what's going on in season 5. So placement progress and everything. And so I guess I'll preface it by saying like there was the Orisa kind of infinite charge thing going on. So
Yeah.
I put my placements on
Flash.
hold because I didn't want to hurt anything because I played 5 placement games and I won all 5. And I was like,
Mhm.
whoa, if I have the chance to win all out, I don't want to like get it messed up now that this is out there in the public.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming it's resolved now. I haven't heard much else about it, so I'm guessing that they've hot fixed it or something.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I don't think it's an issue anymore. I mean, I saw a ton of posts saying don't play, watch out with the Orisa, but I have not heard anything. Like, I was just playing, not even noticing. No one picked Orisa, so it wasn't an issue.
Yeah, so
No one knew.
I'll hop in and finish. So hopefully I'm going to try to like see if we can of course win out. See if I could
Yeah.
win all 10, and then I'll get placed at like 1800 silver probably. That's what
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to happen. So I don't know,
Uh,
maybe. So give us a detail of your placement since you weren't here last week.
yeah. Um, wasn't it, let's see, I did place in, uh, as Ova kind of guessed. He's like, oh yeah, you'll probably get like 2300, 2400. I'm like, yeah, right. I'm hoping I at least get out a silver.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even do that well. I think I went like 6-4, but I got, um, like 2400 actually. I'm like, wow, okay. I didn't think I was going to be placed that highly, but I did, and yeah, I didn't quickly get it, but I did already get platinum, which is nice.
Awesome.
So yeah, now it's like just keep shooting for diamond and until I get it. I
There you
hope I
go.
get it.
That's
Yeah,
that's pretty sweet though.
yeah. Just the other day, I went on a 6 game winning streak, which was awesome. I didn't lose a single game. I played like looking at my games. It was 3 games with Lucio, 2 games with Mercy, and like one with Zenyatta.
Uh-huh.
And like some of these games, I thought I was gonna lose. Like people were raging. They're like, "Oh, I'm not. If you're gonna play that character, I'm just gonna pick like Symmetra." And we had like one tank and one healer, which was me playing Mercy, and we had like a Hanzo and a Pharah and all this. And I'm like, "Oh great, we're gonna lose. Like no one wants to play." Uh, but I made some crazy heals and some good reses, and the team did well on the heroes, so we won
Nice.
because it was it the one map with Sombra?
Oh, like was it
Yeah,
Dorado or was it the
Dorada,
yeah.
yes. Yeah, I couldn't recall the name, but we pushed it up to the one building where it's like it's up the road up to the main building, and
Okay.
we got them at that corner. So I really thought we were gonna lose because we didn't. We only got the first point, so I was like, okay, they're gonna easily get the second point. They never did. Um, so I was impressed. It's like,
Nice.
yep, we're gonna lose. That's it. There goes my winning streak.
Well, you
And
pulled it out though, so that's good.
yep, kept it going. But that whole streak thing definitely isn't big anymore. Calculating it, I got 100.
Hmm. So, have you played any on the Horizon Colony yet? Horizon Lunar Colony?
I know. Out of these 6 games, I played one, and I also thought I was going to lose that one because yeah, they nearly got the second point, and it's just so hard to defend. It's like this huge open area,
Yeah.
and yeah, so it's like really hard to defend. Getting up the stairs, you have to go up the stairs through this area tunnel, and to defend the top part, and it's just so open to just taking a ton of damage from the attackers on the second point. On the first point, there's a decent choke in the beginning before the point,
Yep.
so that's like not too bad to defend. But the second point, it's like wide open. But maybe people just haven't figured out how to defend it well.
Yeah, it's interesting because I've only seen the second point and where it is. I played 2 matches on that so far, and both times the match was like we defended the first point, and then we
Yeah,
just had to get like a tick on it and won. And so I'm like, I don't even know what happens after this yet. I've just seen it like in videos.
yeah. Like what? No.
And all my friends are like, "Oh man, like this map's so crazy because it's like you can't defend the first point." And I was like, I don't know, I'm like having the opposite experience here.
Yeah, the first point seems a little bit easier, but yeah, they both seem very open, but there's more of a choke in the first point. I think
Yeah. So,
it's just really wide open. It's crazy.
have you seen any trends of any character selections or anything else that it's been going on? Like any kind of cool stuff or weird stuff you've seen? I've seen lots of people kind of forcing the Pharmercy, and
Hmm.
lots of people are like, I've seen some people are like, I'm not going to heal anybody but Phyra if they're a Mercy player, and I'm like, all right, I
It's
guess I
so
have to
bad.
heal now.
Yeah, because okay, we'll talk about the trend is also the same thing as like a Spare Mercy combo, and I'm like, oh yeah, Far Mercy, it's awesome, and it is because it's really easy to pull off, and it does a ton of damage, and uh, yeah, it works well, so people do it, and yeah, like I agree, it's awesome, and it's a huge trend, and I see a lot more Winstons, and I think everyone else is seeing how the meta's been adapting, and they want to do the same thing, and they're like, oh yeah, dive comp, let's do it.
Yep.
But uh, with the Mercy, like kind of like a tip is, I don't understand why people do that. If you're gonna, for the majority of the time, you should only be damaging the person if there's no one else to heal. But like, if someone needs healed, you heal the person over damage boosting the Pharah.
Yeah.
And so like the advantage is that the Pharah boosts you up, you get to escape from taking any damage on the ground, and then you can see everyone from above and try to pick out people who you need to heal, and then fly back up the Pharah and boost her again if no one needs healed. But like, I think maybe in the lower tiers, people are like, oh yeah, I'm just going to boost and heal Pharah and pocket healer. But like, you can do that at the same time as healing other people too, and become a better healer.
Yeah.
Like
yeah. The only thing that some of those people do is like, they'll pop down to get a big res off if they can, but
yeah,
then it's like they're gone. So I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I know, but like it could have been so much better if you would have been healing over damage boosting, because keeping everyone alive will win the games more than extra damage.
Yeah, totally. I mean,
Yep.
I play Mercy like a ton. Like I almost like play Mercy unless somebody else is, and so I'm just like, hey, there's plenty of mobility out there. You can definitely heal all of us, and Farah, she can take care of herself for a few seconds. Like, if somebody's gonna die, like, and it takes a few seconds to heal them up, just do it. Piece of cake.
Are you digging the anniversary skin, Mercy? I really like her staff.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I like that, and especially because it's blue, because I like the blue skin. So
it's like the a medic staff with yellow for healing and blue for damage. It's cool.
Yep.
Yeah, the way it changes.
Cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the only other thing I've really noticed is that it seems like this season, out of nowhere, like every match I've been in, people are willing to communicate finally. Like,
I know people. I don't know. I guess you're agreeing, but I wasn't sure if I just got lucky on my 6-game winning streak. People were like, okay, we got Pharah up above. Watch all. You're like, okay, over here, we need to get back on the point. Like, what is going on? How's everyone organizing?
Yeah,
they're talking.
It's nuts, and they're like, nobody was grouped up. It was just like somebody would, like, at the very beginning be like, hey, is anybody on voice? And all of a sudden, like 2 or 3 other people would pop in. I'm like, that's like more than half of our team. That's awesome.
Yeah, I know. It's like, I think I only had, out of those 6 games, maybe 1 where people weren't talking, and like until like something went bad, people started like speaking up to like work together. But like, yeah, pretty much everyone will talk.
Yeah,
mostly from the start.
I like it. I'll take it. Just don't change a thing. Like, whatever you guys are doing out there.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we're just getting lucky or what. I hope it's gonna continue. It's great winning games because of it.
Yeah. So I'll give the rest of my placements out of the way, and we'll talk about that next week when we get all of us back together, and also about where we're all going.
Yeah.
And so let's run on to the meta. Like, we gave a little update last time, but we got an update since then. So we got a little bit of a kind of a better segment about it this time. We're a little bit more in depth. So we're just gonna brush. Yeah, we're just gonna brush across the tournaments from Overbuff.
Yep.
So the rise and fall of Lucio, he's back on the rise again, but he finally is joined by someone else in the S tier, right?
Yep.
So we're seeing Winston up there at the top now with Lucio in S tier, and we're starting to see like a distribution of characters, which is kind of crazy.
This is like solidifying the dive comp right here.
I know, right?
Tier 1 and tier 2.
Yeah, it's definitely we're seeing that dive comp being solidly established at this point, like you said. With like Pharmacy like hanging on there in tier 4. So
yep.
So that's kind of what we're seeing, because we've got Lucio and Winston on S tier. The next tiers, we got Tracer and Diva. Tier 2, then we have Genji and Zen, and then 76 and Ana in tier 3, and then we got tons of other people there. And then tier 4, we have Pharah, Mercy, and with Sombra up there, and Reinhardt, and then everybody else, of course, in tier 5. So that's what we're seeing. That's the tournament meta. But if you
Yeah.
go to omnicmeta.com, you can check out like the more in-depth listing all the way
Hmm.
down, like all the different competitive tiers, more like what we would be playing in, right?
Yeah. So like what's happening on the ladder?
Yeah, and
So
we found we saw some interesting trends. We went down the different tiers all the way down
yeah.
to bronze, and things
Hmm.
that kind of weren't that surprising, and some things that maybe were. Uh,
Yeah.
I think one of the observations that was kind of interesting that I thought was if you go all the way down to bronze tier, you'll see that there's a graph with all of the players. If you go to omnicmeta.com, you'll see that there's a graph, and the graph kind of evens out because more, down there, more people are more willing to play like a more like a broader
Yeah.
variety of heroes.
Hmm.
And then
Yeah, I think there it could be the maybe new people who are new to Overwatch and they're just trying whatever they kind of like. Not they don't really know too much about what the meta is or there's good heroes that they're supposed to be picking. Maybe.
I think so.
Yeah.
And maybe crazier compositions come out of that because of that. So
Yeah.
and then
Yep.
you rise up in the ranks and you start to see like especially at the last 5 or 6 heroes they drop off to almost like non-existence
Yep.
in
But
that
but
uh,
you see how the in the lower tiers like Mercy's like top number one on the tier list, and then like at the very end, Anna kind of like slowly slides ahead. Um, I guess just because Anna is that high skill cap healer, you can't do well unless you're good at aiming and using her toolkit. A
yeah,
lot
and
of
that's really cool to see like because she starts off in bronze like
yeah,
about 15% or so, and then she's like 60% if you go all the way up to
yep,
grandmaster. So
yep, slowly passing everyone up.
yep, and Mercy kind of drops off at the end there, and
Hmm.
the interesting thing is like we've been talking so much about like the tournament meta and everything and how Lucio's like always at the top, and
Yep,
Lucio he starts off like really strong if you like look at the lower tiers, then he kind of drops off, and then towards the end if you get back up to master grandmaster he starts to kind of come back up a little
yep,
bit.
yeah. Under support hero usage, yeah, it's kind of like a dip, and Anna just gets better and better.
Yep. And I think one of the other remarks that we talked about was that Orisa is still clearly like the least used tank, and especially as you go up in those skill levels. In
Hmm.
bronze, everybody's going like willing to give her a chance, but if you're up at grandmaster, it's like no way.
Yeah, even Reinhardt's used less than in Grandmaster as well.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the best. I guess a lot of pro players and high tier people are, I guess, good teamwork, so they play with the dive pumps of Winston and Diva. Brodog's still up there on Grandmaster.
Yeah,
It's quite new.
one of the heroes that really kind of stuck out too with like how much the difference is across the tiers is Tracer. If you go all the way up to grandmaster, like she shoots up to almost 50%,
Yeah,
but like she starts off really low. So I think it's part of kind of like with Ana, you
yeah,
start off with like that skill cap and it's a little bit
hmm,
intimidating, but
yeah.
up at those higher skill levels, people are able to master her and she becomes essential. So
Yep. Even surprisingly in bronze, Genji's not that high, and then it slowly increases more and more. He has a high skill cap, but I feel like um, at all tiers, he's one of those like favorites.
yeah, and
That
I
everyone wants to play.
I think the person who has the biggest drop off too between them is Junkrat.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's like Junkrat. Don't pick that at all.
It's
He's
like, yeah,
awful.
bronze and silver, he's all over the place, and then like he's just
Yep.
gone after that.
Yep.
So yeah, it's true though. Like in silver, I still see him like all the time, like offense, defense, whatever.
Yeah. Since we were talking about Tracer, I saw on the competitive Overwatch how like the majority of Korean pros on the top of the ladder were all playing like Tracer as one of their top picks, and just like Tracer is just so good that even the counters for Tracer can be countered. So it's like someone like Winston or whatever, if you're a really good tracer, you still won't die to counters.
Yep.
And I thought that was kind of interesting, is if you're really that good at tracer, you could just never die and not really have a counter.
Yeah.
So,
You get like the bring it hand sign. Just bring your counter. Come on. I
yeah.
got that. I got that.
You're like, okay, I'm just gonna recall and you're fine and see you later.
Yeah. That's
Apparently,
crazy.
the only way to really stop her is like a Sombra who hacks her, and then she's can't
Mm.
blink.
Yep. Sitting duck
Then,
then.
yeah, it's like the only way to kind of like stop her like that,
Yeah.
or else she's untouchable.
So yeah, there's a
Even
lot of
Genji as well.
information though. A lot of information we
Mm.
can glean from that. So uh,
Yeah.
pour over omnicmeta.com and
Yep.
see what you think about your favorite hero. Maybe where you're at and what tier you're at.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely like looking at my tier and being like, oh yeah, what's really used a lot? Oh, like from in platinum, Mercy, like the majority, which I do see a lot. And but everyone else, I mean, you could pretty much platinum pick anyone and do well.
Hmm.
So
There
yeah,
you
it's
go.
cool.
Just don't pick Bastion.
Yeah, never
Lock in
pick Bastion.
Bastion. So let's talk about. There was a video that came out, and it's just
Hmm.
today. Jeff Kaplan giving another dev
Yep.
update, and
Hmm.
it's like the heavens have opened, and now it's like raining gifts and changes to the game that we want.
Yep.
So he talked a lot of it. It was about the new highlight system that's going to be implemented. Of course, if you want to go and check it out, it's on the PTR already, so you can go see
Hmm.
what's going on with that. But we've he expresses just like we've always expressed in the community, like we want improvements to the highlight system. We don't want to like have to lose them all the time, and they finally have finished development on that and let us test that out to the point where for at least on PC we can capture highlights on demand, kind of like you can on the Xbox when you say Xbox record that. Now we have like
Hmm.
a button we can just hotkey. Actually, said multiple buttons we can use to do that, so you can like kind of like flag your game for a capture for that highlight.
Hmm.
So that's really neat. And not only that, but on PC we can export it to different video formats, so it's like easy upload and stuff. If we want to do that, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, apparently you can do up to 4K, so you can download some 4K highlights if you want, and use up your whole hard drive space. So just save a few.
Yeah, I thought that was
Leave them
really
when you're
cool
done. Yeah.
that it kind of works, I guess, like the replay system does for like Heroes, for example, where
Yeah.
it just keeps the data of what's going on in the game
Hmm.
to create the replay. And so the way it works is like if you said like if you have a crappy system and you're all like playing on all low, you can just be like
Yeah.
export my clip in 4K, everything turned on, and you can have like these amazing clips.
Yeah, you're like, oh, yeah, run it on that on my PC. Yeah, big PC. It's lovely.
It's like you could export a clip that like even your computer probably couldn't play the video.
Yeah, like it breaks if you try to play it.
Yeah. So
With blue screen.
that's pretty neat. I'm excited that we can have that flexibility to kind of capture our moments. And he said you get to
Hmm.
capture 32, and then you got to start kind of clearing them out or exporting in that way. But that's fine. I mean, I don't mind having to export them into a file or whatever.
Yeah,
Or
because
make it
by
easy.
that time you decided if you want to save the highlight or not by 32 clips, I would think.
Yeah, that and your clips don't go away like immediately when you log out. So that's the
Yep.
other good thing.
It's a great way to promote the game because if you make it easier to get out highlights and stuff, people are like, "Wow, what game is that?" Like, or to see these cool plays out there and promote Overwatch.
Yeah,
So yeah.
because before you had to either be streaming it so that you could capture it, or you had to be lucky enough to where your play ended up as like one of the auto selected highlights, right?
Yep.
And then you had to record it by hand.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. You had to run some video recorder on your computer to copy it over.
Yeah. And I totally agree with you though. Like this is like the best way to promote the game. Like make it
Yeah.
easier for people to share like these crazy moments. And I
Yeah.
think like we see a lot of these like crazy moments and like there's lots of awesome content creators that put them together. I think this will make
Mhm.
it to where we can see even more crazy stuff and awesome plays. So It's only going to get
Definitely.
better.
I like it a lot. It's
uh,
a
we,
good change.
what are you going to say?
It's a good change.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. How about at the very end, he kind of like snuck it in there, and we talked about loot box changes too to that
Hmm.
system. And this is one that we talked about a few weeks ago, especially you and I think went over it. And it's kind of like maybe Blizzard heard us, or they're probably working on it anyway before because it's been a thing
Yeah.
people talk about forever. But we have all been heard, and loot boxes will be improved drastically. It seems like.
Yeah, he said it's going to be a significant lower chance of getting a duplicate item. Um, so I was thinking about this. I think the way that it seems like is that it could help newer players get items faster, as well as people who already have a lot of the items save up coins to get the events because if the duplicate, you also get increased coins for those too if you do get them.
Yep.
So if you do have a lot of items already from the normal loot boxes, you'll get a lot more coins to save up. And if you don't have many, you'll ensure that you're getting new ones that you don't already have. So I think this is great for everyone.
Yeah. It's like a win-win too because
Yeah.
like if that's the thing and there's a lot of skins that you want out there, like for example, especially like in my Xbox account where I haven't like got anything hardly ever, because partly because I need to play more on it, but now it's like
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, I don't mind buying a bunch of loot boxes on there now because now there's going to be like this really good chance to get a lot of stuff and
Hmm.
get a lot of stuff really quickly. And I think that's good. And like you
Yeah.
said, for new players, I didn't even think about that. New players, that's like it's
Yeah.
this awesome incentive now because you have like this better chance of getting stuff.
Yeah. You won't keep getting duplicates and you can put in better chance of getting some new stuff, some new skins
Yeah,
much,
you'll
much
you,
faster, I think.
you'll get your coins faster, which means you can buy the skins you want faster. You can look
Yeah.
the way you want in the game or have whatever customization. So
Yeah.
it's a good change. Two good changes to the game. I mean, the game's in
Yeah.
a good place, and I think it's getting better.
Another way to think about it is they might want to make it feel better um, about getting items because if, say, you get a lot of duplicates like they have been doing and they're reducing them, then it's not simply, oh, I'm going to take my 1,000 coins and buy the skin that I want. I'm actually going to get in a loot box. It feels good to like open it up and like, wow, new legendary.
Yep.
What is this? Oh, I don't have this one yet. Yes, nice. Because it's better than that than, oh, 1,000 coins, click. Oh, it's mine now.
Yep.
So
Yeah, it's
better
definitely better to
feeling
get it
too.
that way.
Yep.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Hmm.
You get that music,
Yeah. And then you see yellow drop down.
Nice. So yeah, it's cool to get that. Speaking of loot boxes, if you are a Twitch
Hmm.
Prime member, you can get a free golden loot box, guaranteed legendary in it,
Yep.
from now till August 10th. So all you got to do basically is just go to you can go find there's a tweet from Blizzard Entertainment. I think you can just do it from your Twitch Prime anyway. It's basically like you link it, you go up to like the top corner on your Twitch, and where you get your codes and stuff anyway from other games. There'll be one for Overwatch, and you'll get a code. You
Yeah.
just redeem that.
Yeah, it just recently did it. So you just you can go to the link that Blizzard provided and just sign in to your Twitch. And then you can claim it and get a code and go to BattleNet and, put in your code.
Yep. It's a little bit of an effort to get one box, right? But
Yeah,
it's still
it's a
cool.
few loops that you have to hop through. But it still took like, I don't know, 5 minutes or less for
Yeah.
legendary. I'll take it.
Yeah, especially if there was a chance you can get something good. I
Yeah.
didn't get one that I really wanted or anything, but yeah.
I know. I got a recoloring of the Roadhog skin with the fisherman anchor and stuff.
Yep.
So whatever. I guess depending on what mood I'm in, I'll switch it out to the other one.
Yeah, I got like the other Junkrat Jester one, so I was like, oh, cool. If I play Junkrat anymore, like.
Yeah, when I first played a year ago, I was like, wow, Jester one, I need that one. It's
Yep.
like the best one at the time.
So
that one.
so everybody go and get your loot box. Hopefully you get a really awesome legendary though. So good luck with that. And there's something else that happened this week that was it was really unexpected. Oh, before I finish the other one, the other thing I would say is if you play it on 2 platforms, I redeemed it on my PC, got my box and everything, and then I signed into my Xbox to play some games last night, and my golden loot box is waiting there too. So if you played on multiple platforms, you still get your different boxes. So
better let Overdrive know. He's on Xbox too, so
there we go. Yeah,
we'll have to claim it for both. He already hasn't.
All right, so we're coming up on July, and Blizzard kind of gave us another gift. It's Christmas in July for us in a way. They said that because they have now been able to confirm that the extra new hall that's been added on to the Anaheim Convention Center will be done in time for BlizzCon, that they're going to sell more BlizzCon tickets.
Whoa.
So, yeah, I know, right? So this is probably the latest we've ever sold BlizzCon tickets too. On July 5th, so you get one more chance. July 5th at 7 p.m. Pacific time, you can log in on Universe and have your chance to get tickets for BlizzCon. So
I wonder how many are left if they have one hall open. How big is this hall?
I don't know. I mean,
they can add more people.
They showed the plans for it from the Anaheim Convention Center. You can see kind of like the addition, but I don't know how many more tickets they'll sell. I mean, I would expect it's probably just going to be a few thousand at most. So
yeah, maybe they just don't expect everyone to be in there at the same time. But they could, even with one hall opening, they could have a decent amount of people.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see. I know a lot of people were just even some of my friends the other day were like, "Man, I'm still trying to like hunt down some BlizzCon tickets and stuff like that." And then Blizzard came out with this, and they're like, going crazy. So
yeah.
So are you going to be at BlizzCon? I don't even remember if you're going to be coming. Are you going to come?
I've been running out of days. This has been the busiest year ever, and I just don't have enough days off to go with Overdrive. Or else I probably would, because it seems like an awesome experience, and this year has been a very big Blizzard gaming year for me.
All we can hope then is that your company will somehow be like, "Hey, we're going to send you to Anaheim that day."
Yeah. Or, "Hey, do you want some extra days off?"
I know, right?
Yeah. Okay, sure, I'll leave.
As long as it's not permanent days off, you're good. So.
Yeah. Permanent. Yeah.
Permanent leave.
Yep.
So yeah, that's hopefully you can come in the future, because I mean, BlizzCon is one of those events where it's like you just gotta go. You have to. Mm-hmm. So there's that.
Eventually.
Yeah. And over the last week, it was me and Ova facing off for the community cards. So last time you and I faced off head to head, it was a tie. This week, I was able to pull it out 64% to 36% over Ova. So he wasn't able to meet me. So
jeez, no one can beat you.
I know.
Where do you find these great Overwatch?
I just hire bot accounts to vote for me. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Promote my tweet by voting for me, right? So let's get with the community cards for this week. I'm going to go ahead and nominate from DeviantArt. I'd assume that their name is produced a Jublier, but they have a whole bunch of Overwatch charms, and they're really, really neat looking. Like they're kind of like acrylic charms, kind of things you'd have like on your phone. So they're kind of like chibi drawings of all the Overwatch heroes. Pretty sweet stuff. I really like it. So I want to like kind of promote that as my community card this week. So how about yourself? What do we got this week from you?
I got a GIF of showing off the new McCree ult, but to make it even better than what it already is, you got a Nano Boost plus a Diva covering him, so it's a quadruple kill and comes in, gets a Rhine right at the end. So locks on really, really fast, and I think that it makes McCree a lot better. At least his ult a lot better, because right now his ult's kind of like, I don't know, you'll probably die if you ult.
I agree, like, though. It was fast.
You're better off just using his left click at that point.
Yeah, I totally agree, though. It was cool to watch because it was like boom, 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 boom,
Yeah,
done.
it's like it didn't take long at all.
Nope. So there you go. Ova forfeits this week then because of that. So we'll see who wins.
Forfeited.
Yep.
Willingly.
Yeah, we'll see him back next week when we have the end of Reaper Watch. It sounds like so. That'll be cool.
I wanna see an unboxing video.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that said, remember you can join us on our Discord. Ova's looking for people to play with him, and see if we can get some stuff going with that. So you just go to our blog page and you click on there's the Discord widget, or you can click on Connect on Discord, which is one of the links right in the middle of the page. So do that. You can always send us questions on Twitter by tweeting us directly, or any of us directly, or just use the hashtag AskOvercast, and you can ask us that. We'll answer your questions on the show. We're also we're working some guests in the background for future episodes. And the way we want to work it is we're going to have them on for the episode talking about what's going on, and we'll have some we'll try to get some questions from the community and ask them. So we'll kind of pool those. It'll be a lot of fun. So look for that in some of the upcoming episodes. It's one of the things we're going to be adding to the show more regularly now.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have any shout outs. Do you have any this week, Soul?
No, I don't have any shout outs this week.
All right. Well, where can people find you on social media then?
At HanzoMain420 on Twitter. So
there you go.
Hit me up.
You can find me at Frosty Fox, pretty much every kind of social media there is. The show is at Overcast Show. Our blog page is overcast.frozenfoxmedia.com. FrozenFoxMedia.com is the homepage for the Frozen Fox Media Network, and you find content from Blizzard games, from all games all across the world. So go and check that out, podcasts and more. Thank you for watching the YouTube version if you are. Give us a thumbs up, and if you're listening on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music, or anywhere else, if you love the show, let us know by leaving us a review. Wherever you enjoy the show, make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. This has been the 83rd episode of Overcast, your Overwatch podcast. And that's pretty much it. So I hope everybody has a great week. We'll see you next time, and get excited for the end of Reaper Watch. See that Reaper statue unboxed right here on the show.
Wait.
Awesome. Well, thanks you all for watching, supporting the show. Take care, and until next time, I'm Frosty.
I'm Soulslain.
And we'll see you next time.